These players are done in FIFA 22. I'm talking FIFA graveyard status. This video is not about on the cusp. This is unanimous. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Drop a like if you're ready for the FIFA 22 season. That grind. Because these players right here, they're not going to make your starting 11, or you're going to regret your choice. You can let me know. What are the players on the list? I like a good comment. Criteria, I'm looking at top 100 players. Won't be in the rotation, and they have previous history of success. There's no reason for me to make this video to talk about players that were high rated and not usable every single year of their FIFA career. I also don't want to make this solely about pace. I know the merchants, but let's talk elephants in the room. Last decade of FIFA, pace has mattered. I'm not going to jump off a ledge and assume that that's going to be shifted for FIFA 22. Why would I disregard president, not presidents that we're voting for? I feel like my eyes got that glaze. Is it that healthy glaze? If you see what I see, hashtag organics. You know what to do. Marco Reus, 85 overall. The 3-stat round up or round down. 76 acceleration, 71 sprint speed, 67 stamina. Reus at this point is like a fish that can't swim. A lot of carbon, but where's the dioxide? I don't think that made sense. I did not pay attention throughout those science courses. I do remember with the plants, a little symbiosis. The point that I'm making with Reus, between the pace and the physical limitations, it negates other stats. You're gonna prefer an 81 or an 82 that's overpowered instead of having Marco Reus in the current state. And he used to be nasty, nice with it, front cover player, instant pickup, like some ramen noodles when you're in college on a budget. Cavani, I'm lost. I'm not saying he was always a killer, but he didn't even get a chance. This is a weak center back build without the defensive stats. Have you seen some of those upgrades? He's getting the Inzaghi treatment. I need 2 cards on screen. I want to compare and a contrast. No fundamentals. Forget about the step overs or the pivot feet or pivot foot. We're intertwining football and basketball references. I just don't understand how, where, when can you use Cavani? There's no role for him in any squad. I'll wait. Tell me I'm wrong. Hazard. He deserved the downgrade. We're getting a fraction of the player that he once was. This is not going to be an algebraic equation. And even the higher rated, improved Hazard was a gamble. One of the heavily debated, discussed foot items throughout the past few years. Some call me a FIFA historian, a professor indeed. You might be able to get away with using Hazard as a center attacking midfielder, but he lost his versatility. Not a winger, not a striker, not a main streamer, and not a secondary option. He has a singular role that is up for question. I didn't say this was a lock-in. If anything, I'm saying it's more of a lockout. On that note, I'm not a musician. Griezmann, he's not going to create degrees of separation. Do you remember the boy band 98 Degrees? You may have heard of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. They were the other one. And the main singer, I think his name was Nick, dated Jessica Simpson. I remember that. Griezmann is going to be a finesse or die trying. 75 cents. He's become more and more of a specialist or a limited player. I'm not paying the premium to be restricted. I got on the flight, I paid for first class, you put me in economy. That's Griezmann. Thiago, technically, this is an upgrade, but it changes nothing. Shifts nothing. Usability, not present. I'm not talking about Santa or whatever holiday you believe in where gifts are given, birthday present, none of that. 55 sprint speed. It didn't always used to be this way. I know, last year, similar issue. But Thiago used to get busy. We didn't have no acceleration and no strength and the small body type to go with no stamina. EA doesn't want you to use Thiago. Even his defending is a 70. Where do you play him? 68 finishing. No shot power, no long shots. What do you gain of having him on the virtual pitch? Today I'm really on the puns and the wordplay. Maybe I just need to do laundry because I'm thinking about Gain, the detergent. Thiago would be an off-brand Gain that once again you're paying an upcharge. Premier League tax. Dybala. Some of you might disagree. I'm not sure this is going to be as clear cut chopping down the trees. lumberjack as some of the other players before mentioned. No longer has that CR7 link, which played a factor. Doesn't have the extra burner. You're limited if you're grilling outdoors, if you're trying to cook up right. DyBala's not gonna be a demon. I've always found myself asking for more, in particular, especially with a base. I'm not talking promos or upgrades or informs. I'm measuring what we have that can be measured. DyBala has limited options for how you can utilize or how you can try to maximize this player on the pitch. I don't support that. I like a little utility. There's gonna be better choices than DyBala. Aguero, hot garbage in FIFA 22. No chance he fits any sort of meta. Most effective tactics available. He won't have that. And it's not just the pace. I already see your comments. It's the combination of physicality to go with the lack of height. Not even his passing is where it should be. He's just not complete. You're halfway doing the Rubik's Cube. And I'm a fan of Aguero. I have as one of the greatest Premier League strikers of all time. I don't believe he gets his due, or the respect, or the legendary status that he has earned. Future icon. But this right here, that's a no-go. And there's so many players I can mention that I don't think are gonna be that viable. And I repeat, they just don't have a track record that supports the criteria. Where I'm talking about players that were once nasty, nice, filth, disgusting, savage. I mean all of this in a positive manner. That spotlight. They never had that all-encompassing, that dangerous set, that +1 manifestation. Therefore, they don't come into my viewpoint or the perspective, even the rear view. But that's where we're wrapping up the video. Let me know, how are you feeling? Did I get any of these players wrong? Because I don't feel that way. You could tell what type of energy you were on. I should have really wore the black Air Force Ones, the black unit, because we're kind of coming in talking that heavy. That understood, not misunderstood. That to the point, bold, biased, strong opinions. If you also stand by what you say, subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is the place that you want to be for FIFA 22. Information, entertainment, and we've got some creative different ideas this year. If you want the gameplay early and often, join the Twitch channel. Stay connected with me on social media at Mike LaBelle. I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.